Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Sailorette.Plans. My name is Jessica. Thank you so much for being here today. And today we have a little bit of a chit chat video. I know I just posted that Black Friday video, but this has been on my heart and mind for a really long time. And I posted that Black Friday video because I wanted to share an excitement. Maybe you want to shop sales, which if you're going to do any shopping, in my humble opinion, it should be done during sales, But anyways, I digress. This video is talking about FOMO. What is FOMO? Okay, it is the fear of missing out. And I really struggle with this personally, not only just with planners, but kind of sometimes in actual life. I have a bunch of sailing friends that, especially when we were in Guatemala, they were off sailing into the Caribbean and in salty, beautiful water, blue waters, and I was stuck in river water that's mucky and muddy and you don't swim in it or anything like that because it's kind of polluted. And so I felt like I was missing out on life. And same thing with the planners. I'm going to be primarily focusing on stickers and planners and stuff like that. But I would just see these beautiful spreads and my favorite, YouTubers showcasing these amazing new product, and I didn't have them. And I felt so I was so missing out, I don't know, part of that is I feel like a shift in your mind. You have to kind of realize you're kind of stressing out, which in all honesty, you shouldn't be stressing out. The thing about sailing, for example, I just have to remember that everyone's journey is literally different, and I am and should be, and I am grateful for the fact that I am sailing and I'm going to all these different countries, and we don't all have to be on the same route and the same path in life. So I just learned to be happy for my friends that they are off sailing, exploring a new location and country, and be grateful for the life that I have now, because I can't imagine this lifestyle would be forever. My husband and I are doing this now. We don't have any children, but I have not shared this personally, but I do very much look forward to being a mother in the future. I am 31 years old. Yes, it's young, I know, and it's always been a life dream of mine. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I should be grateful for everybody's, successes and things in life. So bringing that back to planners, I should be happy with the things that I have. That's tip number one is shop your stash. Look at what you have and see if what you have in your collection, can you make it work? If not, the internet, you can get free images off the internet. It's going to take a little bit more time for you to scour the internet and print these images out yourself and make collages or spreads using that, but at least it's free. Especially if you have your own printer at home that you can do that from, that's a big plus. I definitely felt a lot of FOMO definitely at the beginning when I started planning. I joined the whole decorative planning thing since my sailing journey since December of 2020, and I was kind of introduced by this, and I just fell madly in love. I've always wanted to do a form of scrapbooking, but didn't know how. And then I have friends in my real life that actually do the planning, which introduced that to me. And then I found, here on YouTube, a niche community, and then furthermore on Instagram. So I was I just was so in awe with all this amazing stuff, and I just kept buying and buying. This is now, I believe, year 3. So this year I have done significantly better than I have in the past 2 years, or a year and a half really. I just bought so much stuff, you guys. I have way more stuff that I care to admit, especially for my living space. I live on a sailboat, you guys. Things get hot and humid. It gets moldy, we're at a marina now, but going forward, not everywhere we go, we're going to be able to go to marina and turn the AC on and keep the humidity low and the mold at bay. So it's real possibility that, my stuff might ruin, my stickers might ruin, my paper products might ruin. So, and not only that, because I am abroad, The shipping is insane. Currently here in Panama, it is not that crazy. It is the most affordable and like fastest shipping I've ever experienced. You know, I could order something off Amazon, have it delivered to my freight forwarder in Miami within a day or two, and then it'll get shipped here in a week. However, currently there's been a little bit of a crisis here in Panama, so I have not been able to get any of my stuff for the past 3 weeks, which kind of is a bummer because like I got a couple things for like Christmas and stuff. So I don't know if I'll ever be receiving them. And then the biggest purchase is like brand new sails, which we need for our ocean crossing next year, early next year, like February or March of 2024. So that's kind of been backed up. All our packages have been backed up. So it's a little bit of a bummer, but going back to shipping, hasn't always been like this accessible to me in the past. So it's been always very expensive, and it's hard to have things shipped to me wherever I am because a lot of times it's just insane. Like the shipping costs more than the item itself, which sucks. So it just doesn't make sense. I'm just like buying stuff because of the hype around it, which I've now kind of do get hype. I still fall prey to the whole FOMO till this day. So I am, you know, it comes and goes. I am still struggling with it. What helps me is making a list of things. Like if there's like a big release from a company or something, I just make a list of things that I would like, and then I analyze what I have in my collection and say, is this unique? Do I need it? Do I have enough like Christmas collection stuff or fall stuff or Valentine's stuff? Like, do I have enough of this? And more likely than not, the answer is yes, I have stuff that I can make work. I know the new and shiny things are fun and exciting, and they do spark creativity, and I do share like my hauls here on YouTube because it's fun and exciting, and I want to be transparent. You know, I'm not like telling you guys to like buy. It is totally up to each and every single one of you to decide that for yourselves. But I sometimes, like I said, do fall prey to this. What I try to like tell myself is like, think rationally and not emotionally. I know that there's like this fear that's been created a lot of things selling out. That is such a huge, like, such a psychological play in your mind of like things selling out. So it creates this like panic and fear. And I think that's a great business strategy to, you know, do is like make sure you make this limited and call it, you know, a small collection, have things sell out so that people will freak out and buy. And then next time you have a release, you have more and more and more people buying. And as a consumer, as a customer, you know, you have to like notice these patterns about yourself and pull back. Are you giving into the hype? Are you reacting emotionally? Do you need this stuff? No. The answer is no. Most of the time it's no. So that's what's helped me is to like notice these patterns, and a lot of times it dwells. Like I dwell on these things, and I will spend half a day just thinking, do I need this? Do I not? I will put it in my cart and pretend I'll buy it. Sometimes I do buy it, but I'm trying to not do that. And I will tell myself I've created a budget for myself now versus before I did not have a budget. I create a monthly budget, what I feel is realistic. I'm not going to do something like $20 a month, you know, because that's just like not realistic because you're going to break that monthly budget that basically allows for one sticker book without taking the cost of shipping into consideration. So analyze your finances and create a realistic budget of what you've been spending, and then tone it down a little bit. Look at how much, start with how much do you think is a reasonable cost for the year. So if you spend $40, so if you give yourself if you allow yourself to get 2 sticker books in a year or in a month, then that equals to $480, not including shipping, a year. So if that's too much or too little, then you adjust according to what your finances are. Also, stickers aren't everything. I know it is in the planner community, especially in the decorative one, but like think about your life goals as well. Like maybe you need to cut back on certain things, one of them being your sticker shopping habits. and like maybe you want to go on a Disney trip, or maybe you want to travel abroad and want to experience something new. And so if you have another goal working in the back of your mind, then it kind of makes you second guess on wanting to buy that sticker book that you know deep down that you shouldn't. So I've really significantly cut down above all like on like Happy Planner, and I've cut off like 2 others that I'm just like, you know what, they're just not my style anymore, and I'm gonna still use the stuff because I still have it and I've spent money on it. But I just, you know, your style evolves. That's another thing, is that you spend all this money and then you don't end up using it. And then, you know, next year or the following year, 2 years later, your style evolves and then you're stuck with all this stuff that you had spent so much money on. And like, what do you do with it then? You give it away, or I don't know. Some people try selling it. I don't know if that's really successful or not. That doesn't really appeal to me, buying like used up sticker books at a discounted price, but maybe to you it does. But my next thing is, if you are going to shop, be smart about it and like wait for a sale. Hardly anything sells out nowadays, except for like I think I've mentioned in the past, like I've personally shopped from Paper Minty Studio. Her things sell out right away, and it kind of like, I literally was struggling with this at the beginning of this week, because she had like a winter release, and I was just like, I don't need it, but it's so beautiful and I want it. And I'm literally till this day like contemplating, because I think she's gonna bring it back for Black Friday, but on a sale. So I don't know. I don't know. I know I don't need it, but maybe, I don't know. Like I still am like working those thoughts out, and I have a couple weeks before Black Friday shows up anyways. But my point is going back to thinking rationally, making those lists, and if you buy this sticker book, you know, are you going to use it right away? That's another thing, is that I thought about, are you going to use this stuff? What's helped me as well is like pre-planning what stickers and like what things I want to rotate in my stash for that month. So that's why I create those pre-planned videos on my channel. I have I think September, October, and November pre-plans. So I'll have those linked in the description below if that interests you. But that's a suggestion I have for you all, is not necessarily saying that this is what's going to happen set in stone. Like that's not what my pre-plans are. It's just to give you an idea of what you have in your collection, and make sure, like, put things into perspective. Like for the month of December, I want to use all Christmas stuff to create all of my spreads. So I look at all of my sticker books that have like Christmas things, and I have more than enough. Like I have more sticker books than I can use in my spreads. So what does that tell me? I have too many Christmas things, and I should not be purchasing any more Christmas related things, or like winter related things, because like my life personally is not a winter like life. You know, it's very much tropical here, and it's hot. It's super hot. So yeah, take those things into consideration. I just want to add one last thing that has also kind of like fueled my FOMO, is like my husband and I, you know, we are going to sail from Panama across the South Pacific Ocean and land in Nukuhiva, French Polynesia island. So we're going to be sailing for a whole month and a half out in the whole Pacific Ocean, South Pacific Ocean. And I know that once I make it to those little islands, you know, out there, it's just not feasible. So that I realize has been fueling my FOMO. It's like, well, I got to take advantage of it now that I'm on this side of the world, and that here, especially above all in Panama, it's like super accessible and like way cheaper. And I need to like take advantage of it now, because I know that I'm not going to be able to when I cross the South Pacific. Though my husband says that where there's a will, there's a way, and he's positive that I will find a way. And I'm convinced that no, I won't, you know. And I'm actually kind of like looking forward to a whole year of just like not giving in to the hype, because I physically can't due to like geographical location. But anyways, to sum up this FOMO video, I just wanted to like be honest and have a conversation, and letting you know that you're not alone. I definitely fall prey to this all the time, and I wish you the best. I hope that you've learned a thing or two and put some of these tips into practice yourself. Let's have a conversation. What's helped you and your FOMO? Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to reach 200 subscribers by the end of this year. So please, if you aren't subscribed, please do so. It is free after all. And I hope to catch you all in the next one. Bon voyage!